There we go. Okay, now, if you've done everything correctly, your sock should now be on, sorry, this is really out of focus, this camera, but your sock should be on 5 needles. And you bought a set of nit picks, which means you have a 6th needle, so that you can keep going if you want, but there's something that we need to do anyway, so we might as well do that now and free up an extra needle. Go back to the stitches on the heel flap, and what you need to do is put half of these stitches on the needle on the right and half the stitches on the needle on the left. So we're going to make a sort of kite shape out of our sock. So we just count these: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. You'll probably have something like 18 or 19 maybe. And if it's an odd number, then what you can do is count to see how many stitches you ended up with here and how many you ended up with here. Because there can be a slight difference in that too, and then you can even out the balance by putting more stitches on one side or the other. But I've got an even number, so I can just transfer 6 to each side. So I'm just going to start slipping these pearl wires onto the needle next to it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then you do the same on the other side. We're just going to put these on there. 1, 2, oh, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so now you've got this sort of pointy thing going on at your heel. But that's good, because now we have a free needle and we can keep knitting. So you just knit these stitches as normal. One. Give that bit a good tug to make sure that gap's nice and closed. That's the end of the heel flap, and we're actually starting to knit the turned heel stitches now. Okay. How does that look? Oh, look at that. I'm telling you, this is the best way to pick up your heel flap stitches. And the other side, also looking very nice. I guess I'll just keep going now, because the heel is done, and now what you need to start doing is the gusset, because you'll notice that you actually have too many stitches on these 2 needles. You now have more than the number of stitches you started with. So we need to start reducing that number. So what we need to do is we need to start decreasing stitches here at the start of the instep, so after the first lot of heel stitches you picked up, and then also decreasing at the other corner of the instep, so at the start of the second lot of heel stitches. And we do that as follows. So you just knit across this section. Might be a little tight for a while, but that's okay. It's just because you picked up those stitches and there's a lot of tension going on there. And you need to knit until you have 3 stitches left on this needle. Like that. Then what you do is you just knit the next 2 stitches together. like so. And then in the last one. And then you just keep going across the instep like nothing is happening. Can you hear the chainsaws outside? They're always doing something around here. Oh. Right, now we're at the other corner of the instep before the heel. And we need to do the same trick here, but again we need to do the opposite because we're on the other side. So you knit the first one, like so, and now we need to do a slip knit instead of a knit two together, just so that the decreases match, so that they're symmetrical on each side. So you slip that one knitwise, you slip that one. Oh, actually we can do a slip knit and then pass the slip stitch over. I think that's the one I taught you for the heel, isn't it? So you knit that one and you pass that over the top like that, and then you keep going to the end, like so. And now we're back in the middle of the heel, and you need to do those decrease rows, so a row where you knit two together there and then do a slip knit pass a slip stitch over here every second row, and you just keep doing that until you have the original number of stitches on each of these needles. So I started off with 40 stitches, so I just need to keep going until there are only 10 left here and 10 left here. And it doesn't matter if you need to do an extra decrease or two on one side and not the other because you have an uneven number of stitches. Just do that. You don't notice the difference and it's fine. And once you've got the original number of stitches again, then you just knit in the round as normal, and that's the foot, and then the next bit of advice you'll need is for the toe. So have fun and good luck.